when we talk about good news stories for the Canucks this season, Ed, again, few and far between. I mean, there have been a few sort of moments along this long path, but I have to say, pretty impressed with the way Bo Horvat has kind of picked up his socks here in the final 2 weeks. You know, it looks like a lot of guys have checked out. Nobody's going to say that. Nobody's going to admit to that. But just looking at body language and the way that guys are sort of preparing for these games. And yet here's Bo Horvat at the end of his second season. Tasted NHL playoffs last year. He's not going to get that chance. And you can see this guy looks like he's playing with a little bit of frustration, a little chip on his shoulder. Yep. And it's a great sign to see moving forward, because I think anybody that's around this team realizes that, you know, he's going to be a big part of the next leadership group of the Vancouver Canucks.
You see, I've got a little different take on this Canucks season, and to me, and it starts with the premise this was never going to be judged by wins and losses, so we have to start from there, and then we have to make some big assumptions going forward. But when I look at the developments within the lineup, the things they've learned, they learned about Markstrom being an NHL goalie. They've learned Ben Hutton is an NHL defenseman. Can he be a top four guy? We don't know, but he never would have got the experience he got this year in another situation, or if the blue line would have been healthy. We learned Sven Barchi is a 20-goal scorer, and maybe he can be a 30-goal scorer in the NHL as an elite goal scorer now. It doesn't take a great leap of logic to project him there. We don't know as much about Jared McCann or Jake Virtanen. Unfortunately, that's kind of a work in progress, but I don't think you'd call their seasons abject disasters either. And then the final piece of the puzzle is Nikita Triumkin, who looks for all the world like he's going to be a fixture on the blue line next year. And who knows what he's going to be going forward, but 6'7", 245, that's a pretty big upside. So I view that as a whole, and I think, I think there's reason to be reasonably optimistic about this team next year, that they're going to be better, that we're not in for another year like this next year.